What's up, my archfiends of chaos? This is back at you with the brand new video, YouTube. This is none other than King of the Night 57. It's about to be your Turk, and I actually want to talk about episode Ardyn for Final Fantasy 15. Even though the episode has not come out, I know it's still a little early for the season pass content, but it boggles my mind because I want to talk about the possibility of a partner for Ardyn in episode Ardyn. Actually, I'm going to move this right here. It's kind of distracting. Sorry. I have too many tits right there, okay? Alright, well, now back to what I was talking about again. I want to talk about episode Ardyn and who's going to most likely be Ardyn's partner. Now, you get different partners depending on which episode you play. You play Ignis, you get Ravis. You play Gladiolus, you get Core. You play Prompto, you get Aranea. And I don't think they're going to reuse the same thing. I doubt that Ravis is going to be reused in this episode. Now, who I think is going to most likely be the candidate for episode Ardyn is probably Emperor Aldercapt. First of all, he was not used again until the chapter 13 verse 2 update. Not to mention, Ideolas can fight, even in his human form. And another thing too, if this is during the Astral War where Ardyn kills the Astral, which most likely it is, besides a few cutscenes where you start off as young Ardyn getting betrayed by a young Izunia, I'm pretty sure that's just going to be a cutscene. So with that being a cutscene, I think it would be better adapted. I think it'd be better adapted for the Astral War because, I mean, it's probably gonna be a time skip after you go through the cutscene, and then of Ardyn explain to Ideolas Aldercapt, this is exactly how I got betrayed by the line of Lucis. Showing Ideolas that Ardyn knows everything about the Lucis line, considering the fact that they have barriers to keep you from using armigers or keep you using summons in some of the bases. That was done by Ardyn. So I think it's possible it's going to start with Ardyn having a conversation with Aldercapt while they're on their way to take out the Glacian. And what's going to happen is Ardyn's going to talk about the past. You're going to have a cutscene, probably going to have to play through the cutscene, maybe hopefully a playful cutscene where you can actually play young Ardyn versus Izunia. And, you get pretty much beat, of course. You still have to win the game, of course. But you're still going to get beat. There's maybe the second phase you do lose. Then talks about Ardyn being banished and killed, and then it shows that picture where it shows Ardyn being tortured and killed. And then after that, it goes time skip to the Astral War. And this is probably where we fight the big Shiva. The actual Shiva, not the Jitiana. The actual Shiva. So I think that's going to be a possibility that Aldercapt... And Aldercapt was only used in the movie of King's Slave. And we've seen him using a gun. I'm thinking this could be nice to see actually a mixture of what he used in chapter 13 before turning to Ferois and his gunslinger ship, in the episode Ardyn. And the reason I think it is because they're not going to use Ravis. They're not going to use Aranea because they were already used in the season 1 DLC. And it's not like it's going to be a long, huge thing with Izunia and Ardyn. And it wouldn't be Glocka at all, because Glocka was only a movie only character. So, and Verstale was used in episode Prompto as the enemy, as the main antagonist of episode Prompto. So there's not going to be no way that you're going to see Verstale. Plus, Verstale is weak. He can only transfer his consciousness to his machines. He wouldn't be as much use as the Emperor. We've seen the Emperor fight in Chapter 13, Verse 2. We've seen Aldercapt blast Ravis through at least 6 stories. So we've seen Aldercapt fight. And then we've seen Aldercapt fight, Emperor Aldercapt fight again before, where you've seen him pull out a gun on Regis. So he does have an actual moveset, and I'm pretty sure it's a Magitech pistol that Ideolas absolutely owns, which is actually kind of, which, you know what, could actually make similarities to the actual timeline thing, because, you know, since Prompto's the pistol user who's originally from Niflheim, who's part of Noctis's Brotherhood, Ardyn's new brotherhood with Niflheim, it could make sense since Ardyn's a Lucius Caelum, he uses a dark version of Noctis's powers. You know, Ideolas could be the Prompto type character for Ardyn. Now, we don't know for sure it's going to happen. These are just speculation and prediction to what's going to happen in episode Ardyn. But, you know, I think, you know, and maybe they could face against the rulers of Yor, and that's how they got corrupted in the Royal Edition as well. But I think most likely Emperor Aldercapt is most likely going to be used. First of all, he was not used in the original very much. He was only had like one scene before the Chapter 13 update. There was only one scene of him ordering the Niflheim Empire. And maybe this could also show why Ardyn and Ideolas' relationship has split. You know, because you do see at least a little bit of Kingsley, but then you see it in the game, because you never see Ideolas and Ardyn together. Maybe this could explore what happened. Maybe Ideolas figures out that Ardyn's trying to spread the disease of the Star Scourge. Because remember, Ideolas wanted to actually have the crystal to create a cure to save his people. That's all what Ideolas really wanted to do. That's why he got greedy. He only wanted to save his people from the Scourge. But he probably found out Ardyn has more of a sinister goal. And that could probably show the split in the episode. Now, this is possibly going to be the longest episode of the Season Pass 2. You know, Dawn of a New Future. Because this is supposed to put at least all of the important events that caused Ardyn to be as evil as he was in the game. You know. And this could also be the reason why Ardyn does spiteful things behind Ideolas' back, like saved Noctis a couple of times, because Ideolas wants to kill Noctis, because Noctis is in the way of him, you know, getting the crystal, you know, keeping the crystal to cure his people, because Ideolas his goals was to cure his people. That's why he wanted you to bring the crystal to him. That's why he wanted that crystal. Ardyn wants to increase the disease and twist the world up out of spite and revenge for the Lucius Caelum lineage. So, you know, I think it's possible this is going to happen during the Astral War. This is actually going to happen during the Astral War. So, most likely, Emperor Aldercapt is most likely going to be Ardyn's partner in this DLC. Now, may the crystal be with you. Let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know if you got a different person who's a suitable partner. In the comments below, may the crystal be with you.
You know something about Dr. Lucretius' experiments. This is the beginning of Genesis Revelation. This is not only the battle beneath the earth.